Good afternoon, color adventurers. I am Mia Luyando with Badass Art. We are here today with our brand new book, Dragonfly Dreams. It is a Land of Loredale book, and this is in the new series called The Hollowlands. And we started this little portrait day before yesterday, and she is an olive complexion. And we used Faber Castel Skin Edition pencils for this. I believe I linked that in the description for that video, and I will link them again today. But we are finished with her skin, and we're going to go ahead and move forward with her hair. And I've been kind of thinking about, what color did I want to do her hair, and I've really kind of settled on sort of a pink peach, maybe yellow highlights in here. We're going to kind of play around with it, even maybe some green. So I'm going to just sort of dive into it. I'm going to stick with the Faber Castel. I've got the Black Edition pencils, and we're just going to kind of play it by ear, which sometimes is just the easiest thing for me to do. I am using, I have the Faber Castel. This is the Eco Super Soft, and it is the same pencil as the Black Edition. I think I talked about that before. They both have the same color numbers, color names. The only difference is the Super Soft is a round barrel, and the Black Edition is a triangular barrel. And I personally didn't find these softer, so I'm not, like I said before, I'm not really sure what the difference is. These seem to be harder to find in other countries. So if you're outside of the United States, I think the Black Edition is going to be the way to go. Definitely look for those. And that is the set that I'm going to link in the description, because the Black Edition is a little less expensive than the Super Soft. So without further ado, I'm going to just kind of grab this. This is number 730. These don't have color names, just color numbers. It's kind of a mango color, peachy. So it's got some pink in it though. I'm just kind of doing a little grab and pull technique, the sort of little flicks. We've talked about that before in some of our other videos, but I don't really want to lay down a lot of color in the middle. I want it to look sort of like a gradient. So I'm sort of grabbing the paper and pulling upwards, sort of like an elongated eyelash. It makes it, darker on the edges, and it just sort of lightens it to a highlighted look in the center. Gives it kind of a feathery look too. And you might hear some rumbles of thunder in the background. I'm having storms again today, so bear with me on that. We've had really bad storms for several weeks. It's just kind of been a stormy spring. And you don't have to be, super precise on this. I'm just kind of grabbing the darker, you know, shaded areas of her hair. We'll go back in obviously and add highlights and shine and all that wonderful stuff, but we can also add more colors in to get, you know, just a really nice deep kind of a depth to this. It's going to be really pretty. We might even be able to give it kind of a metallic look. We'll see how it goes. Layering this together. I kind of like the way that's looking, so we'll stay with it. Obviously, you can choose whatever color you want. The technique is the same. And now I'm just going to kind of randomly go out into her hair and, you know, kind of add this color in here and there. Just, I say it, you know, just that suggestion of color here and there. You know it's in there, but you don't have to go in and do a lot of work with it. And you can even get, you know, up in that grayscale with it, because in that darker color, because we're gonna be adding some colors up in there. So go for it. Okay, now I'm going to get a more orange color this time, I think. Let's grab this one. This is number 727. And I'm kind of just going in here right next to the pink that we've already laid down. And I'm not trying to cover the pink, I'm just trying to complement it. So I'm just sort of grabbing it right around the top. Right around there. So you can still see the pink up above, and you're bringing this farther down into the white area. You don't want to completely fill it with orange. You still want to see that lighter, you know, the lighter paper underneath. Because we're going to go in with yet another color right there to make it sort of a a shiny, sort of a metallic effect. I keep getting weather alerts. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And, you know, some of the strokes can be, you know, darker or lighter or whatever. You just want to get that suggestion of color in there. You want to see both of them. You don't want one to overpower the other, and you can go back and forth with them. When doing hair, I kind of leave all the colors laying out to the side because I go back in, you know, over and over until I'm satisfied with how, you know, bright the colors are or how strong they are. And you'll know when you get to when you look at it and you're like, yep, I think it's done. You'll know. If anyone out there has tried the Derwent electric eraser, let me know how you like it. I found that to be just, you know, one of those things that it's like a good pencil sharpener. Every artist and serious hobbyist, you know, there are just a few things that you need in your arsenal. And that's one of them. It just saves so much time, especially if you're trying to go back and change a large area. And we're doing the same out here. We're just kind of adding the color here and there. Okay, I'm gonna grab a yellow color because I just want to make sure that's where I'm going. I think I want to put yellow kind of right in the middle. And I think I'm gonna go with this one, number 701. And just real lightly, I'm just making these kind of half C's. Just kind of a comma shape, just right in the middle, nice and easy. Right across this highlighted area, and I'm going up into the other darker colors, into the orange and into the pink. Yeah, I like the way that's turning out. That looks really good. That kind of has a nice glow to it. And you can see how quickly and how simply the whole thing changes. You know, it kind of goes from a pastel kind of okay, but now it's got that kind of fiery look to it, and it just really, you know, kind of changes everything. And you can go in and you can darken whatever you like. You can bring this color down more and go in and add more of the mango color and just deepen the whole thing. And the more you add, the more you go in and add, the more intense the colors are going to become, and the more they're going to blend in with each other. And you know, you just kind of keep doing that until you find, you're like, oh yeah, that looks good. That's where I'm going to stop. And I usually just kind of work on a little area at a time until I'm happy with it. And it's just these three colors. That's all we've done so far. Very nice. I think that's going to look really good. So since you guys have, you know, the gist of this and how we're going to go forward with her hair, I'm going to stop and work on her eyes for just a second. And I thought with the olive skin tone, that maybe a honey colored eye or a light brown color might be nice. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I want to go back to like a lighter green eye again. So I'm going to get this number 779, and it's pretty light. I'm just going to kind of go in here like this. I'm just going to add some little lines in the lighter areas of the eye. And I'm going to get this darker kind of an army green. This one's number 760. And I'm going to go up here under the lash, and I'm going to just easily darken this area up here because it's going to be in shadows. You know, it's under her eyelashes, but it's still got the color of her eye. It's not really a gray or a black shadow. It's still a colored shadow. It's just a darker green. So we're just going to kind of darken that up a little bit. And then we're just going to kind of bring that darker green down. I'm just going to grab and pull tiny, tiny little lines from the outside of the iris in, because the outer eye is always always just a little bit darker. Let me see if I can get a little closer. And I'm sorry that every time the lightning flashes, my camera thinks that it needs to adjust the lighting. So I apologize for that. There's not much I can do about it. Yeah, it's a nasty storm outside. So bear with me on the lighting. It's just every time it just thinks it has to adjust. So. And it doesn't have to go all the way around, but it does lend a bit of realism to the eye. And also closer to the pupil, there's some area there where you want to grab and pull out, because there are just little avenues and channels in the eye that makes it look more realistic. Okay, I'm going to get a kind of a brown color. And this is number 786. And it might, let me see if this is actually, I don't think that's quite brown enough. Or I need something that's got a little bit more of a, this one is going to work a little better. This is number 787. I'm going to go in, and if you've ever seen anybody that's got green or blue or gray eyes, there are always little spots, little dots and shadows in their eyes that and they're randomly placed, but they're usually always there. You don't have to go, you don't have to go crazy with it, but adding them does lend a bit of realism to your portrait that, it's very helpful. And I'm going to get a brighter green, just to kind of, this is number 777. And I'm just going to kind of go in here and add a little more of a Kelly green look, an emerald, to brighten the whole thing up. And now I'm using just white, number 713. And I'm going to freshen up our little highlights and reflections over here. And you don't want the whites of the eyes to be white. I know that sounds strange, but if you think about it, the whites of the eyes are really a lot of different shadows of blues and grays and different shadows. So actually I'm going to get this number 762. And I'm just going to kind of go around the outer outer corner of her eye. 7:30. I'm just going to touch this little pink area in the corner. And right around the bottom. And if you want to add some, little veins, you can. Don't go crazy with it, but you can. It's in everybody's eye, and it does give a little more realism. And there you have it. We've got a good head start on her hair and a nice start on her eyes, and we've kind of done 2 tutorials in one. We've done hair and an eye. So hopefully everybody can go off on their own and finish this up. And if you decide to share it with me, be sure to hashtag Mia Luyando or Badass Art so that I can see it. And I really appreciate you guys joining me today. If you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps more people see it. And if you haven't subscribed already, do so. That way you will know as soon as I post another video, and hopefully that will be tomorrow if the storms don't bump me offline again. But everybody have a safe and wonderful weekend. I will see you tomorrow.